For sure. Let's talk Newcastle, who made a £6.2 million profit on transfers this summer, which is not what we expect from a PIF owned team. Is that a sign that the club are looking to balance the books?
Yeah, I think they were very careful about BSR. They were close to the line this year, but they've done a good job, and they've got a squad now of a level where you can start to do some trading. They've got some assets that can go forward. They've had a decent start to the season as well. A bit of behind the scenes problems starting to emerge, which is never good, and that's never a good sign for any club. So that's got to be dampened down, and PIF have got to get a grip on this and try and get that settled down. Since Amanda and her husband left, I think a lot of energy seems to have gone out of the club behind the scenes, but we've got to see how that plays out. But no, I think, look, Newcastle are being well run now. They're achieving. Fans have got used to a certain level of success and now demand it, and that's the always the big problem. Once you've done it, you've got to do it again. And so this season we're going to have to watch them closely. But the start's been okay, but no, the squad's okay, and yeah, Eddie Howe's got the backing and the full support. And if there's any discussions about Eddie Howe having to go, then those sort of fan bases should be shot. He's doing a great job.
No doubt about that. And considering the net positive this summer in terms of transfer spend, can we expect a massive next couple of windows from Newcastle because they do have the cash and now the books are very balanced?
I think we'll see some bigger spending. You're right. I think that that's what we're going to go for. It's going to also be some trading, I think. So there could be quite a bit of movement in the probably next summer. I think we might be tinkering a little bit in January, but I think next summer is going to be, you're right, a big reshaping of the Newcastle squad, which could be quite exciting.
For sure. And considering they have this money to spend, would you say that puts them in more powerful position to hold on to the likes of Isak and Bruno Guimaraes, players who have been linked to the clubs that are still bigger and challenging for bigger things in England, like Arsenal, like Manchester City, or because they have this money, they can offer them higher contracts, higher wages, and also bring in some reinforcements?
Well, they've still got the PSR issues to resolve and the regulations that apply to everybody at the moment. And until those are changed, it's going to be very hard to just splash out just because you have the money these days. In fact, many people have said that those PSR regulations were brought in to stop Newcastle spending unlimited money from Saudi. So, look, it'll be a calculated move. They'll do some trading. They'll do well. But yes, I think they're going to push it right to the line and spend every last pound they can. They've also got to try and increase the revenue streams, and I think they should be doing further work in Saudi to create more sponsorship opportunities within Saudi, as well as the PIF investments around the world. I haven't seen those sort of relationships being capitalised on yet, because the PIF does have some stakes in some pretty major companies around the world. And so they've got to start putting in those sort of favours and getting some very favourable sponsorship deals with the club. And if they can do that, then that will allow them to spend the money more as they need to.